Hello everyone. Welcome to the Stock Minds web channel. Krystal Biotech, NASDAQ KRYS, has emerged as a standout in the biotechnology sector, delivering impressive financial results in Q1 2025. Despite recent stock price fluctuations, the company's robust growth trajectory, innovative gene therapy platform, and solid financial metrics position it as a compelling investment opportunity. In this video, we will dive into Krystal Biotech recent earnings, stock performance and valuation, growth potential, and the risks investors should consider. About Krystal Biotech. Founded in 2016, Krystal Biotech is a commercial-stage biotechnology company specializing in the development of gene therapies for rare dermatological diseases. Utilizing its proprietary skin-targeted delivery (STARD platform, the company aims to address unmet medical needs in dermatology. Krystal's flagship product, Biotech, received FDA approval in 2023 for the treatment of dystrophic epidermolysis bullosa (DEB), a rare genetic skin disorder. The company's pipeline includes several other candidates targeting conditions such as cystic fibrosis, alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, and various skin disorders. Krystal Biotech financial performance. Krystal Biotech's Q1 2025 financial results highlight the company's impressive growth trajectory. Revenue for the quarter reached $88.18 million, marking a 94.88% increase compared to $45.25 million in Q1 2024. Earnings per share (EPS) surged to $1.20 from just 3 cents in the same period last year, reflecting significant profitability improvement. On a trailing 12-month TTM basis, revenue climbed to $333.45 million, up 247.53% from $95.95 million a year earlier, while TTM EPS grew by 109.01% to $4.16 from $1.99. Free cash flow per share also turned positive, reaching $4.33 compared to -$1.90 in Q1 2024. The company maintained strong margins, with a gross profit margin of 93.2% and a net profit margin of 37.18%. Additionally, its return on assets stands at 8.66% and return on equity at 13.9%, supported by an extremely low debt-to-equity ratio of just 0.01. If we look at the financial performance over the past 5 years, Krystal Biotech had no revenue before 2023. After the commercialization of its flagship product, Biotech, the company's revenue has grown rapidly since 2023. The most impressive aspect is that both net income and free cash flow margins are high and continuing to grow. Krystal Biotech 2025 financial forecast. Looking ahead, analysts forecast 2025 revenue to grow 43.59% to $417.15 million from $290.52 million, with EPS projected to rise 87.3% to $5.62 from $3. The consensus price target of $212.75 with strong buy rating suggests a potential upside of 58.14%, reinforcing strong analyst confidence in Krystal Biotech's future performance. KRYS stock price performance and valuation. At the time this video is created, Krystal Biotech shares are trading at $131.39. The stock has declined by 13.1% over the past year, which underperforming the S&P 500's 12.6% gain. Meanwhile, over the past 5 years, it has delivered a strong long-term performance, rising 127.2% compared to the S&P 500's 105% increase. In terms of valuation, the company trades at a price-to-sales TTM ratio of 11.59 and a forward price-to-sales ratio of 9.32. Its price-to-earnings TTM ratio stands at 32.37, with a forward price-to-earnings ratio of 23.94, and the price-to-free cash flow TTM ratio is 30.06. If we look at the valuation starting from 2024, The current forward PS is significantly below the average of 12.98, and the forward PE is also below the average of 43.79. Despite the recent short-term decline in share price, these valuation metrics suggest that KRYS remains attractively valued, particularly given its strong growth potential and improving profitability. Krystal Biotech growth potential. Krystal Biotech growth potential remain robust, driven by several factors. 1. Vyjuvek global commercialization strategy. Krystal Biotech's Vyjuvek received EMA approval in April 2025 for DEB treatment, with launches planned in Germany and France by Q3 2025, targeting over 10,000 European patients, potentially surpassing the US market. In Japan, a new drug application filed in October 2024 with priority review is awaiting a decision in H2 2025, addressing an estimated 500-plus DEB patients supported by completed manufacturing inspections. In the US, over 540 patients have reimbursement approvals as of April 2025, with 97% of commercial and Medicaid plans covering Vyjuvek, bolstered by ongoing physician and patient engagement. Global expansion into Europe and Japan could double Vyjuvek's market, with France's early reimbursed access and Japan's priority review mitigating risks, though success hinges on navigating local reimbursement and infrastructure challenges. 2. Gene therapy adoption trends. According to Precedence Research, the global gene therapy market, valued at $9.26 billion in 2024, is projected to reach $55.43 billion by 2034, registering a healthy CAGR of 19.60% between 2024 and 2034. Krystal's first-mover advantage in redosable therapies provides differentiation against single-administration competitors like Pfizer's SB525, hemophilia, and BioMarin's Roctavian, hemophilia A. Vyjuvek's 70% wound closure rate at 6 months in DEB patients creates high barriers to entry with no direct competitors in late-stage development. The therapy's quarterly dosing regimen also improves real-world adherence compared to chronic wound care alternatives, supporting pricing power. 3. Strong diversification of pipeline. Krystal Biotech is diversifying its HSV-1 platform beyond dermatology, advancing clinical programs in ophthalmology, KB801 for neurotrophic keratitis, KB803 for DEB ocular lesions. In respiratory diseases, there is KB407 for cystic fibrosis, KB408 for alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, oncology, KB707 for solid tumors, and aesthetics, KB301 and KB304 for skin rejuvenation, with key data readouts expected in 2025. This pipeline expansion targets high-value markets like the $20 billion cystic fibrosis sector and aesthetics, reducing reliance on Vyjuvek and addressing unmet needs in rare diseases and oncology. Risks to consider. While Krystal Biotech looks like a compelling investment opportunity, investors should be aware of potential risk. 1. Revenue and earnings miss. Krystal Biotech reported Q1 2025 earnings per share, EPS, of $1.20, which was below analyst expectations ranging from $1.38 to $1.46. The company's revenue for the quarter was $88.18 million, falling short of estimates between $95 million and $99 million. This earnings and revenue miss led to a sharp decline in the stock price, dropping over 10% immediately after the earnings release. The market reaction reflected investor disappointment and heightened volatility risk for the stock. 2. Dependence on single product. Krystal Biotech's revenue growth in Q1 2025 was driven entirely by sales of Vyjuvek, their gene therapy for dystrophic epidermolysis bullosa, DEB. This product generated $88.2 million in net revenue, representing a 95% increase year-over-year. However, the company's heavy reliance on Vyjuvek creates concentration risk. Any regulatory, competitive, or market access challenges affecting Vyjuvek could significantly impact Krystal Biotech's financial performance. 3. Execution risks in international expansion and pipeline development. Krystal Biotech is actively preparing for the launch of its gene therapy products in key international markets, including Europe and Japan. These expansions represent important opportunities to broaden the company's commercial footprint and increase revenue streams beyond the U.S. market. In parallel, Krystal is advancing a second clinical stage program focused on ophthalmology, which aims to diversify its pipeline and address additional unmet medical needs. However, these initiatives come with inherent execution risks. Any delays in regulatory approvals, challenges in market access, or setbacks in clinical development could slow the company's growth trajectory and impact its long-term financial performance. Successfully navigating these complexities will be critical for Krystal Biotech to realize its full potential as a global biotechnology company. Conclusion: Krystal Biotech's Q1 2025 performance highlights its rapid growth and solidifies its position as a leader in gene therapies for rare dermatological diseases. With a strong pipeline, expanding market opportunities, and robust financial metrics, Krystal Biotechnology offers investors a compelling blend of growth and value. While inherent risks exist, the company's strategic initiatives and market potential make it a stock worth considering for long-term investment portfolios. But remember, this is not a financial advice. What do you think about Krystal Biotech? Are you buying, holding, or passing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss my next stock analysis. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.